lovely humans, welcome to Starlight and Stitches. Thank you so much for joining me here today. If you like crochet and yarn and crochet book reviews and yarn hauls and end of the month finished projects and all sorts of lovely wholesome crafty goodness, hit subscribe, join my subscribers because my subscribers are the best. So if you are also the best, come and join us. This is our lovely happy positive place here on the internet. Today it is time for a crochet book review, and I did actually get you guys to vote. You had a choice of 4 and you picked this one, 3D Granny Squares, 100 crochet patterns. So there is a lot of patterns to get through in this crochet book review. 3 separate designers have contributed to this book. Caitie Moore, Sharna Moore and Semaan. I wonder if they are related. So the Humble Granny Square goes to another level with 100 3D crochet patterns. It includes a huge range of designs from sharks and frogs to cherry pie and unicorn. Each design has the written crochet pattern and crochet charts. Very good. I don't use crochet charts, don't understand them, but for those that do, you get both. Includes 10 projects for homewares and accessories so you can put your 3D granny squares to good use. I was looking at this book for so long, and then very kindly, one of my subscribers actually sent me this book at the end of last summer. So Kathleen, thank you for this book. I have actually used this book, but only for one particular pattern so far. So yeah, only just one so far, but I've got so many books, you know what I'm like. So we're going to have a look through this. This is published by David and Charles. I love David and Charles because they've sent me some free books in the past, which is always a blinder, but they are a good publishing house. They do have a wide selection of books on their website. And I have used David and Charles books before, and I know that they're well written, so I know what to expect, which is a bonus. Prices on the back here, this is just the recommended retail price, but you might be able to find it cheaper elsewhere. UK $15.99, US $22.99. Those are the only ones that they've got on there. So this book, this is written in American term. I know that for a fact because I have used it, and I know that the single crochet is in there. So we don't use single crochets in UK terms. I don't go by UK crochet terms. I learnt in US crochet terms, so it's easier for me. So we're going to go through this book like I always do. However, like I said, there is 100 crochet patterns, so 100 different squares to show you in this. So I might just do like a like cut away. I'm not going to put them here. I'm just going to cut away, put them on the screen and just literally read each one as we go through. But before we do that, we've got a contents page. There is a lot, as there is 100 patterns. It is split into different sections. So you've got obviously how to use this book and the squares, and then you go into the different sections. So there's food and drink, fruit and vegetables. That's still food and drink. Animal magic, wild beasts, under the sea, holidays, mini beasts, flowers, motifs, abstract, celebrations. And then at the back of the book, you've got stitch basics, techniques, finishing, and a bit about the designers, but I'll go into that when we get to the back of the book. So how to use this book, you've got how to read patterns and charts, basic kit, different crochet hooks, that kind of thing. It has got a yarn key and it tells you what yarn they have used. You can use whatever yarn you like, just make sure you're using an appropriate hook size for your yarn. Chart symbols, so if you want to learn, it has got chart symbols in here, so you can kind of try and see if you can work it out what's going on. And abbreviations for your different crochet stitches. So let's have a look through this book. I will show you all the patterns that are available in this book, and then you can decide if you want to buy it or not. Some of you, I know, have had your eye on this book for ages. By the cover, it's pretty gorgeous, isn't it? Gorgeous. So I'll do this as quickly as I can because it is a big book. So we're starting in food and drink. So the first square we have is the donut. And then we have the coffee mug. Oh, by the way, I do want you to let me know which are your favourites, please. So donut and coffee mug. And then we go to ice cream. Then we have a cookie and a fried egg. We've got an ice lolly, a lattice top pie, waffle, cupcake, teapot, pizza, sweet, watermelon, avocado, apple, orange, raspberry, cherries, kiwi, pumpkin, pineapple, strawberries, and that's all the food and drink. So now we're going to move on to the animals. This is my favourite bit. So we're going to have a look at the animal ones now. So we have got to start a sheep, a pig, a bunny, a mouse, a llama, a dog, a rabbit, a cow, a cat, an owl, a chicken, a bear, a flamingo, a penguin, a lion, a fox, a panda, a jellyfish, a whale, a shark, a crab, and a terrapin, a fish, a shell, a turtle, and a starfish. Then we go into, what we're going into now? Holidays. So we have got a sun hat, a sun, a palm tree, sandcastle, and flip-flops. And then we go into mini beasts. We've got a spider, a beehive, a butterfly, a dragonfly, a ladybird, a frog, a snail, and then after the mini beasts, we are going into flowers next. So we have got a vintage flower, a succulent, a lace flower, a fluffy flower, a granny flower, a popcorn flower, a layered flower, a peony, a dahlia, a violet, a daisy, a mandala flower, a rose, a sunflower. So after the flowers, we now go into the motif section. So we have a granny heart, a dainty heart, a double star, a rainbow, a unicorn, a moon, a teddy, a diamond, a cloud. And then we go into the abstract section. I actually really like a lot of the ones in the abstract section. So we start with a wobbly square, then we have a bobble, and then spike, circle, popcorn, textured granny, textured square, and then the last section that we come to is the celebration section. So these are really good for the usual celebrations, you'll see. Christmas elf, birthday cake, turkey, Santa's belt, Rudolph, present, festive wreath, Easter eggs, bauble, and Christmas tree. So that's all the squares in this book. There is a lot of squares in this book, and throughout this book as well, they give you ideas on projects to make with the squares. I'm just trying to flick back to try and find a couple of them. So one of them is wrist warmers. So they do like the violet wrist warmers. That's quite cool. And again, you could do that with like any of the patterns. Where's another one? Let me find one. Come on, chop chop. Oh no, I can't find one now. There's quite a few of them throughout the book, and of course I can't find any of them. Animal play cube. This was a really cool one that I found as I was going through. Little animal play cube, which is cool. And again, you could do that with any of the motifs at all that you like. So as I always say with these books, you can use whatever colour, whatever style of yarn you prefer to use. So just make it your own. But the options are there if you want to follow them exactly. Happy days. At the end of the book, we come to the stitch basics. We've got techniques, and then we have a little bit about the designers as well, because there's 3 of them. I'm not going to go through the information on all of them, but it's Caitie Moore, Sharna Moore, and Semaan. So that is 3D granny squares. Please talk to me in the comments about these patterns. Now, I have made one of the designs from here, but it didn't turn out how it looked on the picture, and I am 100% certain that I followed it to the letter. Wait there, let me go and just grab it, I'll show you. So I made the sunflower one. Now, the sunflower pattern has got, is 3 different colours, but I used 2 different colours in mine, but it's fine because I still followed the pattern exactly. However, my actual sunflower, like, hangs over the edge of my granny square, and I do not understand what has happened here. So I am going to give this another bash and try and do it again and see if I've done something wrong. I've gone back over the pattern, I've counted my rows and I've counted my stitches. Don't know how that's happened, but that was my first attempt from the book. Obviously it's not a sunflower colour, but there's a reason for that. It's a nice book. There's lots of lovely different patterns in here that you can use, and you can utilise them for making loads of different things. Like I say, they have got the projects throughout the book that you can use to make things with the squares, like a fried egg pot holder. How cool. It's cute. Isn't that cute? So granny squares can be used for an awful lot of things, and I know that a lot of you guys that watch me are also granny square fans, and I just think this is a really fun modern take on a granny square. I love a traditional granny square, don't get me wrong, but these are really cute. The pattern that I followed, it was easy to follow, even though something's happened and it's come out wrong. Not sure what's gone on there, but it was easy to follow and it was quite clear instructions. I did have to read some of it. I had to like doubly read to make sure that I was getting all the bits right, but it's fine. We have to double check ourselves sometimes. I do really love this book though. I love all the motifs in it. I think they are wonderful. I think my favourites are the animals and the abstract ones, I think. They're just great fun and they're really effective, and depending on the colours of yarn that you use, you can get different effects with them. So talk to me in the comments about this book and let me know what you think about this book. Got a nice surprise for you next week, guys. Yes, but we won't talk about that. So talk to me in the comments. What do you think about 3D granny squares? Is it worth your money? Are you going to be buying it? Do you already have it? Have you used the book before? And what have you made with your granny squares? I would love to know. So please tell me in the comments down below. That's all for today. I hope you've enjoyed looking through this book with me. I know I had to kind of like I didn't get to comment on every single one. It's very different when you've got a book with 12 patterns in than a book with 100. If I commented on every single one, you would never, ever get through the video. So instead, I have brushed through it. If you want to talk about any of them in particular, then we'll have a chat down below. And you know that I do reply to all my comments where I can. So talk to me about this book. Have a wonderful week. Look after yourselves. Look after your loved ones. And I will see you next time. Bye-bye.